Hello everyone, welcome to part 15 of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. We're starting out with Doppelganger 40, who is the same thing as the Doppelganger from the beginning of the game. Only except he's slightly tougher, or at least he has more health than the other Doppelganger. Jump attacks work beautifully against this fraud. Presto! Now we can dive deeper into the cavern and its upside downness. No, seriously, this place is weird upside down. And it gets even stranger in the catacombs. But trust me, we'll be exploring that place in a few minutes. Too many octopi! Or octopuses. Has it been a minute yet? Can I say octopussies? Because apparently that's a plural too. But I'm making short work of these guys with the crucigrim. I just roll like that, okay? But it looks like we're getting another sword, which is of worse quality, called the Dark Blade. Actually, I'm lying. Compared to the crucigrim, which the crucigrim just owns everything, the Dark Blade is pretty alright. It's a sword forged by elves, who apparently exist in the Castlevania lore, and the sword does massive damage to holy enemies. Anyway, with the Dark Octopuses, they barely move, but they're extremely tough to take down. They have high defense, high HP, and they squid ink everywhere. Lovely! The Dark Octopuses can stack up a lot of damage if left unchecked. And they also kind of respawn, or at least certain ones respawn. Some enemies can do that. The Cloak Knights are a pretty good example, actually. But here's where we go into the reverse catacombs. This area will have two bosses. One of them will have the final piece to Dracula, and the other one is just a straight up punk.
So you've made it this far. In the name of your father, cease this foolishness.
Not while there is breath in my body.
Then, for the Master, I'll feast on your soul this night!
There he is, the entity that stole my gear at the very beginning of the game. It's Death himself, and this version of the Grim Reaper is a pushover. That's the first form down. The werewolf face of Death has a lousy attack where he throws his sickles at you. That's basically it. He'll also try to slash you with the sickles too, but that never works. Death is so goddamn slow, it makes you wonder if this is the same Death from Rondo of Blood. But that doesn't matter, we got the Eye of Vlad, which is the final piece of this puzzle. The eye increases the luck stat by 10 points. It's good to have the treasures equipped at all times. That will keep Alucard from dying way too quickly. Alright, so technically I can go to the central clock room and beat the game right now, but I'm not going to do that just yet. We still got a couple more rooms to explore, as well as a secret boss we need to take down. Well, not really secret, but he's a boss. And he's tough.
Perhaps I should press it.
I forgot to mention that Slagra and Gaibon from Castlevania 4 are just regular enemies now. Quite the demotion. Even more of a demotion since they go down in 3 to 4 hits. And that's even without the crucigrim. The Power of Sire. I think that's a screen nuke. From what I remember, it's a pretty good screen nuke. It does tremendous damage even on bosses, so feel free to use it. Or don't, it doesn't really matter. It's just a picture with Dracula on it. And even that makes no sense because vampires can't be seen in photographs because they have no reflections, which is why they can't show up in mirrors. There are a shit ton of bats in this cave. This needs to stop. This area would be ideal for the Dark Metamorphosis. But on the other hand, there are not that many bats to warrant the Dark Metamorphosis. We're about to come across the last piece of Alucard's gear. The sword that was handed down from his late mother. The Alucard sword is one of the best single-handed blades in the game. It has massive attack power that is even more powerful than the Chrysogrim, on a technicality that is, and a pretty fast swing speed. The sword also has a Street Fighter-esque input where Alucard will dash over to the other side of the enemy and strike him from behind. Doing this move will give you slight invincibility. I'm surprised the game is still giving out shiitake mushrooms at this stage. The mushrooms only give you 25 HP, if even that. So let's Sonic dash over to the right to see what we can. Oh, it's another fake portrait of Dracula, the power of Sire. Vampires can't show up in photographs, that is false. Anyway, we're about to go into the catacombs, which is, without a doubt, probably the most dangerous location in the Upside Down Castle. And it all starts with those witches. No, I'm not ready yet. Let me go this way. This area does have the superpowered boss, so be prepared. This guy is, he's quite the asshole. Alright, so Salem is probably one of the more annoying enemies to deal with because she has a protective shield around her at all times. Or at least the shield is protecting her front. The Chrysogrim can get around that, but if you don't have Chrysogrim, good luck. There's also the overabundance of bats. They're not really the problem. The problem are the Frozen Shade enemies. If you let the Frozen Shades do their thing, they'll just straight up kill you. They're going to kill you, as H.C. Bailey would put it. Wonder if he's still doing Let's Plays. A room full of bloody skeletons, not a problem. When they start to regenerate quickly, that's still not a problem. Oh, here they are. They're called Frozen Halves, not Frozen Shades. My bad. I must be thinking of the other ice enemy from the regular caverns. But the Frozen Half has this gigantic screen nuke. It actually spans multiple screens. So you can't get away from these enemies. You have to either kill them or enter another room. And sometimes going into another room is hard because the Frozen Halves are usually stationed at the center of the room. Here's the Necklace of J. Wonder if Joker's involved in any of this. It raises defense by 5. And that's it. That's all it does. I'm risking every other stat, but I kind of want the extra defense. The next boss is definitely gonna hit like a tank. Actually, all of the enemies here kind of hit like tanks. Especially the Frozen Halves. I say again, do not let them attack at all. It spells the end for you. Oh, here we go. Here's the boss. We're almost at the boss. The super secret, not so secret, tough boss. Here is Galamoth, the toughest boss in the whole entire game. His physical kicks, not bad. His lightning, holy shit. You're better off getting kicked. However, there are a couple ways you can deal with Galamoth. You can either stun lock him with the Chrysogrim, and even that's iffy, or you equip the lightning mail, and even that's iffy. Galamoth does tremendous damage because he rolls like that. What are you gonna do about it? Smack him in the face? I mean, you could, but what good is that? Damn it! I thought it was the strongest in the world! And with that, that is the hardest boss in the game dealt with. We're about to get a bunch of goodies because of that. You got the ruby circlet as well as the gas cloud. The gas cloud is self-explanatory as the mist form can now damage enemies. As for the ruby circlet, it protects Alucard from fire-based attacks, even healing him if he gets burnt. The circlet also raises the intelligence stat by 10. Let's check back around here. There's going to be a save point, but there's a room behind the save point. What's back here? It's just a diamond. Okay, cool. I've honestly found worse, so diamond's cool, I guess. I forgot to mention that the blood skeletons are green this time and they regenerate faster than the red blood skeletons. It's not so much of a big difference, but it is noticeable. I do like the opposite effect of this aqueduct area being frozen now, as opposed to on fire. That is a unique take on this area compared to before. This music track is pretty intimidating, and it fits. I will give it that, it fits. I forgot what this particular piece was called though. Oh, kitty! Damn Salem enemies throwing their cats. No more cats. This isn't Stray. Let's get the spike breaker armor out because we have to traverse through this area again. As soon as I can find it. Spike breaking armor. There it is. Karma coins. I forgot what they did. They might be another screen nuke. Maybe they're okay? I don't use karma coins, so I don't know. Now I'm getting caught up by the blood skeletons? Okay, they are blood skeletons, apparently. The Masters of Disguise blood skeletons. But that doesn't matter. What does matter is this elixir, as well as dashing to win. My purpose in life has been fulfilled. Or has it? We still haven't beaten Dracula yet. In which case, stay tuned for the final parts of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. See you later.